Shane Dawson, Jenna Marbles, Jeffree Star, this other white creator, this other white YouTuber, and the list goes on with the problematic stuff that they have been able to profit off of for years. What's next? Who's next? Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on. What's going on, y'all? I've been ready to talk about this for a minute. A lot has happened in the last couple of days when it comes to YouTubers and their old problematic videos. Some of them have appeared in blackface. Most of them have appeared in blackface. There's even a video of Shane Dawson making. I'm gonna let y'all watch it.
Pretty ratchet.
Jesus. Nikki, I'm trying to make a video that families can watch.
I can't do it about Jesus.
Oh, ooh.
What? Trayvon Martin. Well, maybe you wouldn't been walking around the streets if you had a job. Oh! It's a game! Oh.
So Shane Dawson said that, and he's not the only one. It's a couple of them. This video is specifically about Shane Dawson, but it's about white YouTubers in general. And honestly, some of y'all black YouTubers are the same ones doing some of this stuff too, but we gonna talk about it. So for the longest, I've been telling you all that how stuff like this works. How black YouTubers who talk about racism, all of these things, have conversations about black stuff, black politics, black social stuff, get reprimanded. Like YouTube, you know, girl, this ain't suited up for all advertisers. Advertisers don't want to pay for that, they not. But on the other hand, you have these white YouTubers who have built entire brands off of performing blackface, making fun of black folks, being racist. Like, they have made millions of dollars. They've garnered millions of views. PewDiePie is one of them. He just wanted to cause the whole ad apocalypse that was talked about on YouTube, where a lot of smaller creators, a lot of creators across the platform lost a lot of revenue because the advertisers pulled out. And we, like, what's the other, like the white boy, Joe, I can't think of his name. It's just the one who went to Japan and was in this suicide forest or something. The list goes on, but they're still making money. YouTube has not kicked them off the platform. They won't kick them off the platform. They're still getting millions of subscribers. And why is that? Because white folks love that type of content. And that's just what it is. That's when we talk about like cancel culture. This is not a real thing. Even though these folks have said this and done this, nothing's really happened to them, because at the end of the day, they can do this as long as they make money. But the moment it becomes where the brands are like, we don't want to be associated with this because of what's going on, then folks be like, oh, well, we got to kick them off. If the money is not moving, these folks are not going anywhere. And I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be completely honest. It's not just your Shane Dawsons. Some of your favorite black creators have done some stuff in the past too. I.e. Todrick Hall has done a couple of videos where they don't look good. They never look good, but he got millions of views off of them, where he would make black characters like do this ghetto aesthetic with characters. Like, he had a bunch of black folks fighting over fried chicken, KFC fried chicken, and a Hunger Games type skit. Like it's just, I mean, Todrick has done better content later on, but those videos are still up, and I think those videos are still monetized. They're still making money. I've written a whole article about it on kingeries.com. You can check it out. Maybe I will actually tie it into this, but it is okay for content creators to step on black folks because it's going to make them money. That's just what it is. And what's funny also about some of this is that even in some of the Todrick Hall's videos, you have some of your other favorite black YouTubers who are at the top in these skits. doing this stuff. But now they're on the wave of calling out all of these things and having conversations when y'all are out here benefiting off of this. There's no surprise that half of your audience, more than half of your audience is white. You make it very comfortable for white people to be in your space. And anytime there's a lot of white folks in your space and they're comfortable, lets me know that there's an issue. Automatically. Anytime you have a big white audience, I know there is something wrong. I know that, especially being a black person, because I know that if you talk about certain things, white folks do not. They are alienated from it. They ain't interested in it so much to the front that advertisers don't want to spend money on that. They don't want to spend money on that. Girl, this is too problematic. It's one of the reasons why I thought I would never be invited to a YouTube Black, because my content has always been dedicated towards black folks, educating black folks, having conversation with black folks, talking about what's going on. I've always been doing it, even when I was loud and ignorant and wrong. Y'all seen my growth. Folks who've been following me for the longest since Olive Garden have seen my growth and how we have had conversations and how I've brought other folks on and we've talked about things. And this is authentic for me. This is not because, like you're seeing now that people are using Black Lives Matter as a commercial thing. Like they're using it as a way to bring in coin, to the point that people were talking about abolish the police to you got reform the police, well, defund the police to reform the police, like it's just whatever's the safest. Now we ain't gonna say abolish the police, we ain't gonna say that, we're gonna say reform the police. When some folks are like, at least we can just defund the police, because we know y'all probably ain't gonna abolish the police, but at least defund the police. There's no reason why police officers should be walking around here with all with tanks and stuff. Like it just, and all this riot gear, it's just, for what? When whole schools and black neighborhoods are being shut down because they don't have any funding. That type of stuff. So all this started with Shane Dawson because of a video that resurfaced of Shane Dawson getting one in while looking, like pretending to get one in while looking at Willow Smith, a younger Willow Smith. And this is around the time when she had I Whip My Hair Back and Forth video. And that was a long time ago, and Willow Smith was like young when that song came out. So to have this white man do this, you had Jada come out, you had Jay Smith come out, you had the whole Smiths come out, and they're like, this is disgusting, disturbing. Even Willow said something about it. And they went in. It was disgusting. Not going to lie. It was disgusting, but it doesn't surprise me because this is the type of content that these folks do. There is no guardrails for these type of folks because they're not reprimanded like smaller black creators who do some stuff. Now we suffer from it. They are able to do these things and get probably a tap on the hand because they're still able to make these folks money. So what's next? Like, you got Jenna Marbles has kind of deplatformed herself. She said she's getting off of YouTube. She's not doing any more videos. She's hurt, she's crying. Now white folks out here saying, she's changed. What's going on? Like, what's the issue? White folks, this ain't your conversation. Like, this is for black folks. You can't accept the apology that the harm was never intended towards you. You can't receive an apology when you've never received the harm to begin with. I don't care about Jenna Marbles ever coming back to YouTube. That's the price you have to pay for doing that. But Jenna Marbles is not the only one. Shane Dawson is not the only one. Jeffree Star has been able to make millions of dollars, and he was around here on YouTube talking about throwing battery acid on folks, like on black folks, like out here saying all type of trash stuff. And it is so ingrained, it's so bad, that even your top black YouTubers cannot call them out because they're fearful of losing some of their audience or losing those opportunities. Like, I'm watching folks who I was at YouTube Black who are cool with some of these folks who have said problematic stuff, and they are scared to say anything. Like, these are your top creators getting millions of views, and they cannot call it out because they're scared of losing the opportunities by calling this stuff out. That's why I can't take some of them serious when they start talking about Black Lives Matter and all this other stuff. Girl, this stuff been going on for the longest. At least the conversation I can at least give y'all 2016. But y'all have been awfully quiet for years. example, MK, I can't be DHD or whoever his name is, one of my favorite tech black folks. Love him. Baby, he did a video the other day struggling to talk about being black. Struggling talking about it. And I like him. But it just goes to show you that black YouTubers at the top are not allowed to talk about black stuff because it would alienate their fan base and lose their money. So you would have these people cut off and not mention anything. Now don't get me wrong, some folks will say, well, you know, maybe they want to keep it a positive channel. Maybe they want to keep it a positive channel. I give you that. But even when some of these folks who talk about pop culture, they will at least talk about when it's a gay thing or a gay issue or any other white social issue. They will talk about it. They'll insert some little white feminism here and there. It's very safe. It's very safe for me to talk about that. But they will not, under any circumstances, talk about black stuff. They just won't. And you know what? I really don't put all the blame on them. I put all the blame on the advertisers. I put the blame on YouTube for their algorithms and their demonetization of smaller black creators who do have these conversations. And honestly, I'm about to have a conversation with them after I get off the phone with them. It's a private conversation that they have invited a bunch of black creators to, and I cannot wait to tell them how I feel about some of these things that are going on, because there is no reason why YouTube Originals or YouTube doesn't have the grapevine talking about these things, why they're not investing in these creators. Like the grapevine has been able to do a lot over the last couple of years. Why is no one picking them up? Why don't they at least have a show on YouTube? Why is YouTube not reaching out to them? But y'all got, what's his name? James Cameron or whatever his name. What is it? James Charles? I call him James Cameron, child. With a whole show talking about some become a creator or something. It's just like, put y'all money where y'all mouth is. I want to see that. If y'all want to invest in black creators, then y'all got to invest. I'm not interested in y'all changing the YouTube logo to a black and white square. I'm not interested in you putting the Black Lives hashtag, Black Lives Matter hashtag. I'm not interested. I want to see real dollars, money being spent. Donations. Come on, like this sis said. With the links being shared, that's what I want to see. I want to see these companies that have money invest in these folks and de-invest in a lot of these white creators. But y'all cannot do it because it makes y'all money. So at the end, it's just empty words for you to tell me that you care. But then I'm seeing creators who have done several things in the past to harm black folks and continue to harm black folks be successful. It's a mess. So take a look. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to take a look at all the top black creators on YouTube. Take a look at this, all the top black YouTubers. How many of them prior to this have talked about any black issues? Name them. Not that many. Most of y'all gonna name Auntie Jackie. Most of y'all gonna name her. And don't get me wrong, Jackie do be on it, especially when she's talking about colorism and the beauty industry and how it treats black women, but not necessarily just black women, but dark-skinned black women. Jackie has been on that. I definitely understand her fight, because y'all know how I feel about colorism and all that. But y'all can't just use Jackie as one of the folks. You just can't say that. Name the other ones. And name the white YouTubers that have talked about it a little bit and are able to say, look how inclusive they are. Look how diverse. Like, I'm gonna be, girl, it's a mess. It's a mess. But it just goes to show you the politic of this and why it's so real and why I am not interested in selling my soul to be there. Trust and believe. I know the formula, how it works to get there, but I'm not willing to put my soul in the equation to get the riches that some of these folks have. Not interested in that. But that's all I got to say. Tell me what y'all feel about it. Shane Dawson is trash. Jeffree Star is trash. All these folks who have done blackface need to apologize, send their coins, redistribute their wealth, all of it. Deplatform. Y'all owe it, because y'all have literally built a whole entire brand off of it. You might not do it anymore, but you used to do it. And trust me, Years from now, we'll be having a conversation from the black male Instagrammers and all that who have did a lot of harm to black women by this caricature stuff and made entire brands and stuff off of that too. Trust and believe, 20 years from now or 10 years from now, we'll be talking about that too. Let me know how you feel about it. Tell me in the comments, and I'll talk y'all later on tonight. Bye.